Casting after IRIAM stuff. It says stop streaming, but I don't think it started. You didn't start trying to fix this till 5 minutes before stream? Because I thought it was set up correctly. Because this is what I was told to do. Because I followed all of the instructions. Oh well. I don't know if we are... Oh my gosh! Oh. YouTube... Oh, Stream Elements is very, 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 very broken. Oh my gosh, guys! I just set up, I'm live twice, and I have, 2 upcoming streams, and everything is really, really broken. I'm live many times on YouTube, Vessa. Many times. I don't like this at all, but we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna at least see, how we are in terms of dropped frames. Had to move some barrels around? No worries, Celtic Alchemist. How's everyone else doing? I am not looking at this anymore. This is terrifying. Lilita, thank you so much for following. Thank you. How's everybody doing? I just started 4 streams. I don't know why, but I feel like Rin Penrose right now. Vessa, real quick, I'm gonna send you something, cause this is hilarious in a terrifying way. Yeah. So I'm just gonna very quickly send that your way. So just so you can see what I'm dealing with. Oh my gosh. Fox grind set. You doing alright? I'm glad to hear that. Stars and Tales have gained sentience, revolted, and returned for vengeance as clones of her. Gosh, I hope not. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know why I am live so many times. I don't want to be, but I am. And now we are in full free fall. Hey, let's go! We're taking you higher. You don't need to. Oh my gosh. Nah, I appreciate it so much, guys, but you don't need to. It's okay. I wanted to try doing this for fun, and I thought that the requirements were a lot lower than they were, and we were already able to get past to the first requirement, so I'm happy. That's all I need. There's gonna be other events, that are not gift-based, that are instead star-based, so, I'm excited for those in the future. I know that we did one, I think the last time we did that was for Thanksgiving, and I wasn't really able to participate in that. So I'm hoping that there's gonna be future ones that are star-based, and then we can go wild, because I know you guys are really, really great with the stars. Yeah. But yeah, I hope everyone is doing well today. This is... I just want you to stay in the top 10 so you can be into tweet. Oh, I forgot about the tweet. There's 4 days left, though. I think that is probably unlikely. That's okay, though. That's okay. I forgot about the tweet, though. That's kind of cool. I took a screenshot yesterday because I was like, this is probably never going to happen again. I'm gonna celebrate while I can. I want to try to work hard and keep going and move forward with things, because I had a slow start, but we are catching up, right? We have 300 Stargazers on IRIAM now. I'm very, very happy about that. 300 Stargazers. Isn't that crazy? I think that's pretty crazy. I'm really happy about that, though. But how is everybody? It is Thursday. We're almost towards the end of the week. Does anyone have any interesting weekend plans or fun things that they're going to do? Richard, hello! Welcome in, I hope you are having a lovely day so far. I feel like... Oh! If you guys haven't seen yet, Switch 2 got unveiled today. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about the Switch 2? Are you planning on getting it? Are you excited about it? I'm gonna cry about Pokemon cards for the rest of the week. Hey, you got some really, really, really great pulls before. Do not discount that. Do not discount that. Those are really, really good. Really good. Just more work here. Bartenders rarely get weekends. Yeah, I understand that. I hope the money is good at least. I hope the pay is good. Tonight I'm gonna buy the badges for Anime NYC when it goes on sale tonight. Ooh, fun! I want to go to a convention again. I haven't been to a convention in so if I'm hoping to at some point. I don't know if this year is going to be a convention year, but maybe next year. Maybe next year. If we can be really successful, I would really love to do a convention at some point. I haven't attended conventions for a long time, but I want to either attend a convention or guest at a convention, because we could do that digitally at some point, right? I know that there's other founding streamers on IRIAM who have done conventions before. I think that would be so cool someday. I think new Joy-Con connectors look very fragile. Ooh, really? What do you think is better, the connectors or the rail system? Because the rail system always felt like I was going to break it. Looking forward to my friends taking out a second mortgage to afford a Switch. For legal reasons, this is a joke. Fair enough, yeah. I have no idea what the price is gonna be. I am probably not going to be getting that on day one. But, I'm curious to see how it plays out. I'm curious to see mainly what the new games are gonna be. I'm curious to see, because, like, I don't really mind the hardware so much as what is going to be exclusive. Like, if they bring a remake of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker to Switch 2, I'm gonna have to make some decisions. There's no rail on Switch 2, it's a socket type. Yeah, I'm saying that, do you think it's more fragile than the current system, right? Because the current system, I feel, it would probably be easy to break. But the socket system, I feel like, could be better? Although, I don't know, because, I broke the, I broke the port on my phone, so I can only charge using the floating what is that? The wireless charging thing where it, like, sits on the pad? I can't plug in a phone anymore. But that was, like, 3 years ago. So, I don't know, maybe things have improved since then. I'll probably wait it out, though I expect scalpers are going to cause an issue. What is the point of scalping a hardware system? Astrophel, hello, welcome in. You are the same Astrophel that I know, right? This is Astrophels, so I have to be sure. The point where the actual electrical connection is what looks fragile, in the same way a phone port is fragile. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Figured it out, and yeah, same. Alright. Lovely to see you, Astrophel. Hello. I'm not even looking at YouTube at all because, I'm terrified of what I've created. But hello. Okay, I can see chat though. Albino, hello. I'm on the IRIAM side today, so I'm not gonna be paying too much attention on the YouTube side. I'm here too. Thank you, Astra. I appreciate it. Day one purchase for me? The only game my wife will play is anything Mario. I'm really hoping that we get a new 3D Mario. That would be super cool. Ask a security question, only the real Astra would know to be sure. Astra, if you are the real Astra, who is your favorite fictional man? Scalpers are hoping to exploit the inevitable shortage as fans rush to buy day one. Yeah, okay, I get that, but, like, I don't really understand the intense necessity of day one stuff. What do you guys think? Also, Vine Fox, hello, welcome in. Oh my gosh, wait, I missed in chat. Yeah, it's her. Okay, we're good. Congratulations on 300. Thank you so much. We have 300 Stargazers. It's very, very exciting. Also Chikorita? Wait, what? Wait, are you answering that as your favorite fictional man? Or are you asking me for Chikorita? What are we doing here? 2 things to confirm me. Okay. I was gonna be like, what? Yes, okay. Chikorita and Mr. Darcy, this is indeed the real Astra. Welcome in. I hope that you are having a good day. I hope that you're having a good Thursday. I hope that you are going to have a good weekend. Darcy Rita, a fusion. That sounds terrifying. Oh my gosh. Or unless it's just like a very dapper chikorita. A very dapper chikorita. Like a chikorita that you would use in contests, right? My opinion on Nintendo stuff is that if you want to try, get it ASAP because the price isn't going down anytime soon. Right, but it's not... But, like, okay. With Pokemon cards, I get it. I understand scalpers with Pokemon cards. But with consoles, like, they're going to be, well, even with Pokemon cards, they're printing more, right? But Pokemon cards are more, like, very hit or miss, very gambly. But a console, they're going to be making more consoles, and it's not going to go down in price. And it's not going to go up from MSRP, so I don't quite understand. A chikorita in a dress or a suit, yeah. The answer to that is a complex web of marketing, consumer culture, company strategy, economics is the dismal science. PS5 has a huge scalping issue. Why does the PS5 have a huge scalping issue anyway? Animal Crossing came out 5 years ago and is still 60 in most places. True. True. Lillipop, hello, hello! Welcome in. Hi. Yeah, I don't know. If it's something, like, I feel like hardware doesn't need to be a day one thing, personally. Yeah, I try to notice everyone. Ah! Charming Falcon, why? I can't. Well, that'll wake you up. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh. Alright, I'm awake. If I have money and get it day one, I get day one. I guess so. It was during COVID when it came out, so the only way to buy was online. See, that I understand. More bombs who work at Acme Factory, don't you? Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Thank you, Charming Falcon. The short answer is FOMO. No, that makes sense. FOMO is how I ended up getting Animal Crossing, actually. Because I was saying, like, I think last stream I was saying, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Animal Crossing, but I wish I was, and it feels wrong to not be as someone who is an animal. But, I was never, like, I was like, I don't really need the next one. And then, because of the situation, when the game came out, I was like, literally every single person is playing Animal Crossing. I don't know a single person who's not playing Animal Crossing. I think I should eventually, I guess I'll just grab Animal Crossing. And then, yeah, FOMO absolutely, was the ticket in that case. So, you're right, Lillian. That is a big, big factor. Especially, you know, I feel like if you're a streamer, especially, the FOMO can be even more intense. Because you also are like, but I could excuse this for content. So therefore, I have to be able to do it. I have to get this game or this console because I could be one of the first to have it for content. And everyone wants to see this now for content. So, you're right, Lillian, you're right. That's actually a big factor. FOMO's real in my niche, not gonna lie. Yeah. Especially B-Heron, like, for you, I'm guessing the FOMO is, like, the beta testing stuff, like, people who get the early access stuff. I can definitely understand that, too, yeah. I think, like, if we weren't, like, so dependent with the social media side, then I'd be like, I don't understand the day one thing, because I don't think I've ever bought a console day one. No, I don't think I ever bought a console day one. But now that I'm doing, like, streaming and content creation and actually wanting to play games, now it's like, yeah, I can see it. For a whole year, I played 2 games on my stream, Pekko and Son Gavin. I just tried to play what I like. I don't know what either of those are, Astra. Are they farming games? I would imagine they're farming games. I'm still amazed you don't like Animal Crossing. The game doesn't progress if you stop playing. Villagers don't get mad at you anymore. It still progresses, it's just less. I think you'll still get cockroaches, right? They might not get mad at you, but I know the game will still progress. And I think you still get, you don't get as many weeds, but you do still get weeds. The original Animal Crossing games were so brutal. The original Animal Crossing game, you could basically destroy your entire town by stepping away for like 1 week. Things don't get as bad, yeah. The only farming game, and Pekka is where you make tea for cats. That sounds so cute, what the heck? Companies are happy to push FOMO because it looks good on quarterly reviews. Trust me, I was working in a theater for the Avengers premiere. Oh my goodness, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. That I can understand. That I can agree with for sure. Oh my gosh. Pekka sounds cute though. Sunhaven. Okay, okay. Okay, no, that makes sense. Is Sunhaven the one where you get like starter characters? Is that Sunhaven or is that a different one? Oh my goodness. Thank you very much for the 3,000 star Vine Fox. Thank you, thank you. Armatox, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're having a good Thursday today. I hope you are doing well. Man, I think that the release for I think the release for me is mainly going to depend on what games are launching, because like it's pretty obvious that the next Pokemon game is going to be a Switch 2 exclusive, right? Most likely. Well, no, maybe not, because Mystery Dungeon had a Game Boy version. I don't know. But I think the exclusives are what's going to steer me. But I'm in no, I didn't ping the server, did I? Thank you, Essa. Clearly I don't have my head on straight. The saddest thing is, I wrote up the message, and I just didn't hit the enter button. Doing well, relaxing week before busy week. Nice, nice. I'm sure there'll be games available for both Switch and Switch 2. Do you think that they're going to continue making Switch games? Like, when do you guys think they're going to make the last Switch game? Because now we're in a weird situation, right? It's kind of like, you know, what was the last DS game before they started making 3DS games? That's kind of the situation we're in now, isn't it? Look how many regulars show up without a ping, that's a good thing. I think they get an IRIAM ping, if I remember correctly. Do you guys have bell notifications on? I'm very grateful if you do. Sunhaven's a fantasy farming game with dragons? Don't get the Switch version, it's Hiccupy. That sounds really cool. I hope the Pokemon game will be way better than Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, as long as we don't have a, like, can we have better performance issues? Bell notification? Awesome. Thank you, Vine Fox, I appreciate it. Last Splatoon game, or will that be Switch 2? Why do you think Splatoon would be the last one? What was the last DS game? I don't know. Splatoon 3 is on the Switch? Or would they make a 4th one for Switch 2? I don't know. It's very interesting because, I know that Nintendo has said that they want this console to survive longer than all of the others. It almost seems like they don't really want to move away from what they have, aside from just better processor, right? So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, kind of. Finalize it? Don't think its story is finished? I don't know. I've never played Splatoon, in all honesty. Sequoia, hello, welcome in. Nice to see you, nice to see you. I've never played Switch 2, so I'm not sure. I never played Splatoon. They need to hit with surprising stuff then. I'm wondering if they're gonna, like, try to throw in new IPs. I'm still curious about that Game Freak one. What the heck is that? The Sekiro-looking, super realistic 3D thing that all we have is a poster. What is that? How did it go? How did what go? Just Rod, hello, welcome in. Nice to meet you, hello. Funny enough, I did see a short that showed the last game made for 3DS. I forgot its name, I think you could search it on YouTube. Probably, yeah. The ideas. You mean, relaying that today? Yeah, it actually went really well. I wasn't able to give all the ideas, because there were a lot, and, the meetings are really, really fast. But, I was able to relay some of the top ones. I mentioned the birthday cake. I said that that one would be so, so good. And I mentioned the stop sign, because I think that would be really applicable. I mentioned the weather ones, and I mentioned the, exclamation points and question marks and light bulbs, because I think those are the ones that are, like, really all-encompassing, you know? I think those have, like, we have so many, we've got, like, bombs and bats and all those things, but I think it would be really nice to have what- Speaking of... Okay, you got me. Anyway. Ah! Oh my goodness gracious. Snip, hello, welcome in. Yes, anyway. So we have a lot of those. That's my contribution for today. Sorry, gotta run. No worries, Charming Falcon. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much for stopping in today. I hope you have a really nice day. And I appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. All the best today. What I was saying is, I think that the ones that I was able to suggest are the ones that are really good for very direct reactions to what the streamer is talking about, right? So, you know, things like a stop sign or whatever, that applies really well to the streaming and chatting discussion, or the exclamation point, or the light bulb. Those are really direct. So, I don't know, I think they'd be cool ideas. Also, I did mention the refresh thing, because I know you guys were saying that in terms of, like, you know, spotty Wi-Fi or phone calls, being able to refresh the stream. I have no idea how likely that is to actually be implemented, but I brought it up, so I wanted to be able to address those concerns, so hopefully that helps. I really like hearing feedback from you guys. It helps me, it helps the team, it helps IRIAM staff. I think they also really, really appreciate it. So, I don't know how likely any of those things are to get implemented, but I'm happy to pass it along. I think that it's nice if we can all sort of work together, you know? I give feedback of my own, I hear feedback from you guys, and all together, we end up improving IRIAM as a whole, and I really like that. So, yes. I'd say it went pretty well for the most part. No work together, just war? Why are you Stargazers so violent? Exported game stream to Twitch to new gaming channel on YouTube yesterday. I'm gonna make the thumbnail next. Nice. Oh, you have a game- you made a new gaming channel? So, are you taking, Alira's advice as well? So, okay. You have the Honkai channel, you have the gaming channel, and then you're gonna have the eventual third channel. I don't know if you want me to say, so I'm just saying third channel. So you're going to, okay. I can personally only handle 2. I'm hoping to eventually, put the IRIAM streams and the gaming stuff on a VOD channel. We all watch Watership Down, that's why. Oh my gosh, Lillian! Man, that's dark. My gosh. I do have a third channel for the talk show on a completely separate account. Okay, nice. I'm really hoping that I can figure out how to do the Stream Elements multi-stream thing. Wait. Sorry, I don't have this near me, so I'm, like, not paying attention there. Hello, Blank. Thank gods for YouTube live notifications. How many did you get? I'm so sorry if you got, like, 20. Talon, hello, welcome in. Nope to that movie, Lillian. Yeah, right? We should do a talk show, too? What about? I mean, I'm kind of on a talk show every day here with you guys. This basically is my talk show. What other talk show would you want to have? I mean, I think that there's other people on IRIAM who do talk shows, right? I'd be back? Alright. What kind of talk show would you want to have, Vesta? I feel like it would be a Pokemon talk show. I think talk show, as in doing it with someone else. Senpai mod yap yap hour. Honestly, it could be... I don't know. I mean, you probably wouldn't want to, like, constantly be talking about content, but I could do a talk show constantly talking about content, honestly. I really like talking about content. What do you guys think about that? Like, are you for that, or... I don't know. What's your favorite thing on IRIAM? I like chit-chatting about content, but I know that's not everybody's cup of tea. So I kind of like hearing, different opinions. Would love to hear you talk more about content. At least I can constantly listen about content. I'd be game. Alright, cool. That's good to know. I'm trying to figure out what you guys like the most, like, where we're, gearing towards things. I like talking about that. Unfortunately, a lot of it is visual, so it's not always the easiest. But I like helping people and answering questions and, you know, helping new VTubers and things like that. I think that's always really fun. Your advice and knowledge has been awesome to hear when you do. Thank you so much, Astra. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like helping new VTubers, even though my numbers aren't usually what you would think of with, like, you know, content advice person. I know that that's kind of because of the direction that I take. I don't do, like, a lot of the typical things that most content creators do, so I'm sort of forging a different path. But I do know a lot of the fundamentals that confuse a lot of beginners. Music and story streams are what I got here for. Other than that, whatever you want to do. Alright, nice to know. I would like to do more story stuff, but I haven't figured out a good way to do it. I think that'll be fun in the future, at some point. I don't know how to do, I don't know how to do story streams exactly. I might think about that someday in the future. I know I've mentioned wanting to do stuff like that in the past, but it's a little hard for me to figure out. Could be interesting. Like, existing things, like, Aesop's Fables, or, like fairy tales, or, I don't know. Just now figured this out. I'm here for all the star content, or will try to be. Thank you, Astra. Some people even talk about books they like. One streamer reads them? Good to know. Man, like, that's an interesting idea. Can always read and write on streams. Not as easily writing. But, that's an interesting idea. I have been wanting to read The Last Unicorn at some point, so that might be an interesting one. I don't know. I don't know if anyone's watched the movie for Last Unicorn, but there's also a book, and apparently things change a lot. So, that could be an interesting thing someday. It's brilliant. Star wants to make me cry with the book. No, I don't want to make anyone cry! I don't want to make anybody cry. Oh my gosh, no. I don't know. I'll have to see. It's amazing, but it punches you in the heart. Well, maybe we'll start off with something a little bit lighter. How's that? Maybe something a little bit lighter. Hang on one sec here. Hang on one sec. I think I need to mute real quick. I will be right back. Something here? It's words. One moment. One sec. Alright, are we good? You can still hear me, right? Are we good? Are we good? Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. Sorry about that. I try to not have any interruptions on stream if I can help it, but sometimes it's unavoidable. Oh my gosh. How is everybody doing today? How are things? Welcome back. Thank you, thank you. And thank you, Vine Fox, for the 5,000 star. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm, like, trying to figure out a lot of things at once. Just kicking back on my day off. Nice, nice. I'm glad you have a day off. That's always nice. Just sitting, just relaxing, just enjoying things. That's good. I feel, I don't know why. I feel like my head is like completely blank today, but I feel like that's because, I feel like it's because of the trying to figure out the streaming thing. So, if you don't know, I was using Restream before, and Restream has been giving me, like, a lot of trouble recently. Even as far as, like, kicking me off, like, ending the stream. So, I'm like, I don't 100% know if it's Restream, but I felt like it probably was. So, I mean, I got rid of all the different variables, right? Yeah, Restream has been very evil. I got rid of all the weird variables, and I was trying to figure out, like, you know, is it things that aren't updated? Is it a GPU issue? Is it, like, what is happening? Why do I keep dropping streams or having glitches or straight up ending the stream, and then thankfully you guys stick around until I can get it back online? So I was like, I need to figure out a different solution, and then I was, thinking, I'm gonna try to find an alternative. So I know that Stream Elements now has a multi-stream thing, and I'm like, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see if that works. So I was trying to force that to work, and then, I was, it didn't want to connect because whatever information they said to get started is not correct yet. I think things are still, like, being used for, like, testing. I don't think everything's very clear yet. So, I accidentally made 4 different streams, and I was struggling to figure things out. So, I don't know if you guys get this as streamers too, but if something goes wrong right before stream, like, the rest of your head just gets, like, super mixed up. Yeah, I got, like, 4 streams going, and I don't know how, and I don't know why, and I don't know how to stop it. But we still somehow magically don't have any dropped frames, so on the bright side, it's working! But, on the downside, I don't know how to do it yet. So I was like, okay, I at least want to figure this out before I want to, like, stream, on YouTube to a YouTube audience. So I'll just try doing the IRIAM stuff. I'll try setting it up for IRIAM, because as long as I can talk to you guys on IRIAM, then it's okay if YouTube is a little funky, right? I just didn't realize how funky it would be, and, I didn't realize that that it would make 4 times the content, exactly. I don't know how that happened, so I'm going to have to troubleshoot that, but I think we're gonna get there. I think we're gonna be able to figure it out. I think it'll be good, eventually. Oh, and the other thing I learned, because I was watching one of my VODs yesterday from IRIAM, I have music on a speaker here, because it's way too hard to get music, routed to mobile. And then when I'm doing, like, a YouTube stuff, then the music is, like, through the desktop, right? So I realized, because I have filters on my mic so that, like, it gets rid of the background noise, the filters were picking up the speaker IRIAM music and cutting it out. So the music is only playing when I talk. So the VOD is, like, super weird and super choppy. So I had to figure out how to fix that, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try setting things up where I add the mic again, and this time I will remove the filters and have, like, a separate copy of it. See, this is what I'm talking about when I say talking about content, is, like, I can help you guys troubleshoot this stuff after I've already gone through it, right? What do they call it? Pro tip, learn from my mistakes. You broke it. I did break it, yeah. That explains the strange music, yeah. Blank, actually, Blank, since you're here right now, how is it on your end? Is it cutting when I talk, or is it continuing now? Testing stream is what I would call it, yeah, basically. Yeah, because last stream I know it was cutting badly, but is this stream more, like, fluid? Like the music is just continuing whether I'm talking or not? Noticeably better? We like noticeably better. Yep, okay, that's good, that's good. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, I've been doing a lot of IRIAM streams that are, like, super broken sounding in the recording, and I didn't realize this for I don't know how long. So I think now I've set it up, so aside from creating 4 streams at the same time, I think we're slowly getting rid of the bugs. I think we are slowly getting rid of the technical issues and stuff. Ever so slightly. But I think that, we're working, we're learning, we're evolving, we're improving, right? That's what we can ask for. That's the best we can ask for. Quadruple the watch hours. Not if no one's there. Not if people are, like, deciding to just stick with one. I know that streams are not going to move the watch hours all that much, but I have plans for evergreen content that I'm super excited about. Jordan, hello, welcome in. And welcome to IRIAM. I see that you're new to IRIAM, so hello. I hope that you're having a lovely time so far. But yeah, I'm excited. I have a lot of ideas, I have a lot of plans. That are mainly art themed. I don't know if everyone likes to do art, but that is sort of going to be the focus on the YouTube end. And then, once I'm able to figure out the watch hour stuff, I also want to really focus on, games on the Twitch end more. So sort of, like, segmenting the stuff that I do. Streaming more than I have been, which I think will be really good. Getting into a nice rhythm. And then being here with you guys, most of the week. But I think it's gonna be really fun. I like watching art. I'm bad at art. No worries at all, Celtic Alchemist. I'm glad that you like watching it, though. And if there's, if you ever want to learn, if there's ever, like, stuff that I can impart or teach you, I'm always happy to. I like teaching art-related stuff. I kind of burnt out on the teaching side. I don't want to be, like, 100% known for teaching. But I am very eager to sort of create more resources, I think is the best way to say. It sounds good, just remember to take care of yourself first. Yeah, I understand. Thank you, Vine Fox. I want to take care of myself in the sense of getting into a rhythm, right? I think for me that's the best way to, for self-care, is getting into a comfortable rhythm where everything sort of is a nice, well-oiled machine, right? I think that's, like, the best way that they would describe it. Everything kind of being a very, very rhythmically nice, very consistent, and you know, not constantly flailing and chasing shiny objects. Because some of you guys know that I chase shiny objects a little bit too much. But, I'm hoping that if I can sort of create a rhythm, then it'll be really good. And even if you can't draw, I'm hoping that, you know, one video or, you know, eventually a video or two might inspire you to try out, because I think that there's a lot of really hard to find good resources out there for drawing, and I think there's a lot of really easy to find bad resources. Does that make sense? Crowfox, yeah, guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. I indeed, I get attached to the shiny objects. I can't help it. It's hard not to. But I'm really hoping to be able to create like an interesting collection of sources for people in a way that I think will help people learn better, right? Good information, some misinformation, yeah. With art, it's very interesting because I think that there's misinformation in the sense of you learn better in different ways. So, like, I think that, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but if you type in, like, you know, say how to draw Pikachu, right? Every single video on YouTube is going to be, like, you're gonna see someone with, like, a Sharpie marker, and they're just going to start drawing the stock art of Pikachu. I don't like that. I don't think that's a good way to learn, because you don't know what you're doing or why you're doing what you're doing, right? You can copy, but then you don't really understand what it is that you're copying or how it works. And I feel like a better way to learn is to, you know, you can learn the fundamentals, but then the downside to that is that you might not learn how to apply the fundamentals. So you either get Sharpie marker, a person drawing Pikachu, and then go and copy that, or how to draw basic shapes, triangle, sphere, cube, and then those end. And it's like, we need learning material on how to, like, draw the sphere, and then how to apply that to drawing a Pikachu, you know? Like, there needs to be, there is a connection that is missing. Draw the rest of the owl. Exactly! Exactly! It's 100% that! It's 100% a draw the rest of the owl situation. So, I feel like what I want to try offering is the in-between steps of drawing the owl. But I'm excited because I want to try to find different ways to go about it that I think will be sort of unique and special and kind of indicative of the Stargazers, right? I think that art is one of the best forms of storytelling. And I want art to feel like an adventure to people, even if they've never picked up a pen. I think that there are ways to make things more fun, and I want to try to make things more fun. I think it would be an interesting endeavor to sort of not just be someone where it's like, you know, watch me work and have all these speed paints, and not be like 100% educational, you know, let's draw the circle, let's learn about perspective, all that. It can get very dry. I want to combine the fun drawing with the learning in a way that I don't often see it. I want art to be an adventure for people. And I want people to have more fun with it instead of seeing it so much as a chore. Because I think it's really easy for people to get really, really excited about wanting to make something. And then when they actually get down to it, it does start feeling like a chore when they are trying to learn how to go about it, right? I think that there is, I think that can be very easily bogged down. Even if you don't like to draw, just being able to see better in 3D, I think is really beneficial for a lot of different things, right? Even if you're just a streamer and the only thing that you're doing that is like directly art related is making your own thumbnails, I think that having a basic sense of art and design theory, it can really help you just in making thumbnails, or when you're commissioning another artist, figuring out, like, you know, what is well done, what is following the principles, good quality, bang for your buck, that kind of thing. I think there's a lot of good resources to that as well. Plus, you know, if you learn to draw, you'll also be able to spot AI easier. At least for now. At least for now. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like I've just been yapping about these plans, and I'm working towards them. I'm making plans to work towards them. I've been talking to some friends about ways that I can sort of break this down. So, I'm excited. But what do you guys think? Is there is it something that you'd be interested in? Sounds good. You were saying you wanted to try new art ways. Yeah. Yeah, I want to try new ways that I can create work, because I just want to improve on my rendering. And then in improving in the rendering, I think that I could also turn them into lessons. Because I think that there is a benefit to learning by teaching, right? I think that applies in a lot of different fields, not just art, right? Learning by teaching. If you can explain to someone how to do something, then you are better keeping the knowledge in your head for yourself, right? I'd be interested in learning more. Awesome. Yeah. I'm not an artist, so learning the arts aren't important to me personally, but I want to see more cool Starlight content. I appreciate that, Vesta, still. Thank you very much. Even if you, yeah, even if you don't have any desire to, like, watch the tutorial type stuff, I'm hoping that I can still provide a lot of general art content as well. That's the other thing. I don't want to... Okay, I'm excited about this idea because I feel like it's the thing that I can start the soonest, and I think I have a fairly decent idea in my head on how to go about it. But I also don't want to be fully educational channel. If you're a fully educational channel, and I've literally heard this from educational providers, you do run into the trouble of most people are just going to watch the content, and then they're gonna leave. And they don't really want to stick around because they've got their information and then they can go. So I'm hoping that even if you are not interested in the learning aspect, that I can still provide entertainment, and doing things like speed paints and such. A lot of storytelling. I have interesting ideas for how I want to make more art in more fun ways. And I don't always know what I'm doing, because I think that it's really hard to try to figure out how to break the mold, so to speak. They can't complain if they mess up then. I think it's really hard to figure out how to stand out, especially when it seems like your niche doesn't really have too many directions, even though it could feel endless. There are certain metas and certain directions and certain things that everyone follows. So it can be hard to figure out what is making you unique and what is helping you stand out. I'm hoping that I can find some ways to stand out in my niche. And I also like helping people stand out in their niche too. Even if what you do is not art related, I also like talking about, like, you know, what kind of things you can do that other content creators aren't exploring, right? There's some people here in chat that I know that I've sort of helped steer their direction in a way. I've sort of helped them narrow down into what their niche is and how it makes sense in the zeitgeist of things, right? I'm really big on branding stuff. Dramatic Orca, hello, welcome in, and welcome to IRIAM. I see that you are new to IRIAM, so hello, we're happy to have you. Also, I love your name. Where does your name come from? That is great. Or is it an existing IRIAM name? That's a great one, though. I like that. But hello, welcome in. Yeah, that's sort of the plans and things. I know for sure I want to be drawing a lot more Pokemon. I think that would be really fun. I think that I've mentioned this before, I feel like Pokemon is the best way to learn art fundamentals. Because it just applies to everything, you know? It can apply to so many different elements of, any art-related thing you need to learn can be learned from Pokemon. What do you want to start with first? Gotta head out for now. See you later. Have a great rest of the stream. Thank you, Vessa. I appreciate it, and all the best to you as well. I think what I probably want to start with is, probably the tutorial. Don't give out too many details. I'll try not to. Probably the tutorial stuff because it's evergreen. And then I want to do some more speed paint type stuff. It's hard for me to not give out details because it's what I like talking about, but yeah, I do want to also try to have some surprises. I think the tutorial will be fun. And it's one of those things where, like, I just need to get started on it, right? I just need to get going on the concept. And it'll sort of then help me figure out, how to keep going, right? I think consistency in a lot of different things is the hardest for people in general. Is consistency with your ideas, right? So sort of figuring out that foundation and how you want to go about things, and then figuring out the consistency of those things, I think is very critical. Bird back. Hello, Talon. Welcome back. Standing out is not the problem. I always like getting weird with it. The bigger issue is more how to maintain appeal while doing that. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you kind of have to balance it. Alright, have fun, Albino Tiger. Where does evergreen actually mean? I don't think I'm familiar with the term. So evergreen comes from trees, actually. An evergreen tree stays the same year-round, as opposed to something like a maple tree, right, where it changes leaves, where the leaves change color and they fall. An evergreen, like a fir tree, like a Christmas tree, it stays the same year-round. It always, unless it dries out, the needles stay around the whole year. So that's where it comes from. It's this idea that the content is still good no matter what time you're watching it. So yeah, it comes from trees. Fun facts. But yeah, I really want to get going on the tutorial in terms of, like, YouTube stuff, because it is hard to figure out evergreen content. And then I want to do a bunch of shorts and things. I want to do a bunch of clips and things. I don't really know how, but I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna learn how to do clips and things, I guess. In terms of standing out and maintaining appeal, I think that is a really tricky thing. I think that there is a balance where you want to be able to explore what you're interested in, what people like, or what you like, what sort of makes you stand out. But then you have to have enough familiar elements that it's not entirely foreign to people, right? Because if you have enough familiar elements, then even if what you like is a little bit counterculture, you can find that, balance of like, just enough mainstream appeal. Hello, Mason, welcome in. Fortunately, indie game content is a pretty good example of that, even if I just began. Yeah, I would say so. I think that a really good example of something where it's like, it's weird, but it's mainstream enough to appeal is something like Wednesday. Like Wednesday or Addams Family, right? Because you've got your kooky and your creepy. You've got, like, some very weird offsetting elements. You've got some very strange ideas. But there's just enough familiarity, right? Like, the family connections, or the Halloween part, or, like, maybe for, like, the Wednesday Netflix show, right? Maybe the mystery element, or kids going to a magic school, right? We're like, really familiar with that kind of idea because of something very popular like Harry Potter. But it's got, like, okay, magic school like Harry Potter, or activities, like the canoeing events or whatever. So those are things that are familiar to people. But then you've got all the super deadly, crazy stuff, murder, mystery, crime scene, whatever. That's a little bit closer, that's a little bit more on the counterculture, a little bit more on the weird side. So it's that balance of, like, just enough familiar elements, but then you can still add your own crazy twist to things. Gotta open up the bar. Have a great stream. Thank you very much, oh my gosh. Thank you very much, Celtic Alchemist. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and all the best with the bar. The Addams Family is a normal family with inverted values. That's where the familiarity comes from. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like, yeah, inverted values is a good way to say it. So you've got the normal family aspect that people are very familiar with, and then you've got the creepy, kooky, and spooky side that makes it different and unique, and it's like pushing a little bit of a boundary that not as many people would cross. So if you can combine, like, your own very niche thing with enough familiar elements, then you can get something that's really popular. Or something where people are more willing to give it a chance, right? I think a lot of kids shows are like that, right? There's usually not like preschool shows, but I'm thinking of things like the Owl House, right? It has that sort of, like, you know, character falls into a magical world and goes to a magical school. Like, we're very familiar with that idea. And then there's, like, just enough storytelling elements with different specific niche ideas and niche characters and twists and narratives that you don't see as often, where you can establish your own unique take on something, but we're familiar with the general setting. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I think that's a good example. Yeah, inverted values. There's a theory in horror storytelling where the best stories have one horror quality. I think that makes a lot of sense, actually. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think, I mean, that's the difference between, like, really well done horror and, like, B-movie horror, right? Because and I don't watch horror, so please tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe that B-movie horror is more likely to sort of, like, throw everything in the kitchen sink. Like, every element of spooky weirdness is thrown in, whereas, like, a better done horror is very selective. I think that's a really good point. You know, one horror quality. Selective element, I think, makes a lot of sense. You're sort of pruning the hedges. You're sort of refining what you want your main sticking plot point to be, right? And again, maybe I'm wrong. I don't watch horror stuff, but that's kind of what I imagine is what you're getting at. But let me know if I'm wrong, please. Mostly true. B-movies are more matter of budget in general. That's fair, yeah. I didn't mean that was, like, what defined it. I mean, like, that's sort of what I got the idea of anyway. I think a good horror, in my opinion, is when you don't see the horror element right away. Yeah, absolutely. What do they call that? Show don't tell. Might be slightly off topic, but I believe rustic, rough art makes great horror game. Definitely can, yeah, because, again, you're working with the unfamiliar. You're working with the not perfect, not pristine, and not polished. So things that are a little bit rougher or older, things that are not symmetrical, right? Things that have a little bit more of a grunge, things that you would see in places that are not as much visited. A rustic or rough look works really well because something that is very clean and polished is something that is maintained. It's something that is visited and cared for and seen a lot and is part of the general populace's day-to-day. Whereas something that's more rustic and grunge is, like, you know, dark alley stuff or old catacomb stuff or tombs or ancient things that haven't really been touched, things that could reveal ancient curses, things that could, you know, that isn't maintained, that hasn't been watched, that might have been forgotten. that works really well for horror work because it's that sort of unknown and unacknowledged, right? I think that's why a grunge aesthetic works very well. Perhaps I should take advantage of that and take pride in the unique rustic crosshatch. I say, they say horror games in indie game market is abundant and not saturated. Abundant and not saturated. How does that work? I mean, yeah. If you have a rustic look and you want to make horror games, then that seems pretty... It seems like you've got the puzzle pieces. I would be a lot more concerned if your work was really clean and really polished and really perfect and precise, and then you said you wanted to make horror games, and your art style was like, I don't know, something that looked like it came out of Shopkins or some like really clean, polished commercial product, right? Then I'd be a little bit more wary. But it sounds like your art style already works for the thing that you want to make, so that's nice. But that's, if you have a different art style, though, that's why you could always do, like, subversion of expectation, right? Something that's really cute and clean and polished and then has horror elements, then you can sort of, throw off the audience that way. Polished look can work too, but it's a different beast. Yeah, true. Sure you seen the art, my art before Star? Yeah, no, I have. I know, what your style is, so I say go for it. It sounds like it already fits very well. I don't think that there's anything that you really need to adjust to it, honestly. You mention art style a lot. You mentioned the spooky cross-hatching a lot. Is there any reason? Are you, like you mention it so often that I'm wondering why, because it seems like everything is all, like, set and cleared. But, I don't know. You almost sound, like, a little bit unconvinced. I feel like everything just works very well. I think you've got all the puzzle pieces. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think you've pretty much got it. I'm trying to work on, like, I'm trying to work on sort of roughing up my style as well. At the time, I wasn't really confident and still clinging to the crisp anime style, but I'm starting to embrace the uniqueness as an artist and game developer. Why are you still clinging to the crisp anime style if the stuff that you want to make doesn't use that? If you want to do things that are horror-based, and you have a really rough, grunge, rustic style, it sounds like those sort of work hand in hand very well. I also don't think I've ever seen you do clean anime style. From what I remember, I think all your work has been very, very rough and crosshatchy and like, kind of scratchy and using, more muted tones. It's just admiration, but I guess I could still like that stuff, have my work be different. Yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of, really, really clean art that I absolutely adore that I know that I will never be able to do. Like, there's some artists who do work for Hololive, and they have some of the most gorgeous, perfect, polished art I've ever seen. And I've had to look at it, and at first I was like, oh, I want to do that. And then I've had to look at it, and now I'm just like, I have no desire to do this. I have no desire to actually be the one who does it. That's like something that I would commission somebody else to do, right? I think that sort of, makes more sense. But for me, I want to work on building, I want to work on roughing out my style in a way that it's not super, what's the word? Super perfectionist, super clean. I want things to be messy to sort of force me to work faster at it, right? Death the Wolf, hello, hello! And, Einen, hello, hello! And Death the Wolf, I see that you were new to IRIAM today, so hello, welcome to IRIAM. I hope you're enjoying your stay. It's not that I have to get in first, it's that I have to get better than second. What? What do you mean? But hello, Alnan. Hello, hello. Wait, is it, Alnan, or? That's an L. Okay, okay. Chicano, hello, welcome in, welcome in. How's everybody doing today? Nice to see you all today. Happy Thursday. We were just talking about art style, and we were talking about different audience interpretation and direction of, like, wait, that's super confusing. We were talking about expectations of style, like if you see something that's like really rough looking and it kind of gives the feeling of like maybe like spooky or horror, and if something's really polished it gives like clean anime aesthetic. But how are you guys doing? Welcome in. The mentality of still making it good but kind of rushing the cross-hatching and rendering process, it's fine judging from what you said. Yeah, absolutely. Some of my favorite artists have an extremely rushed style. Like really, really rough, really, really dynamic looking. Just chilling and opening a pack of Bleach anime cards. Oh, fun! I love TCG. So, I wish you the best on your pulls. I didn't even know, Bleach. Would that be like a Waze Schwartz type card? I do love TCG though. I've been really into Pokemon TCG Pocket lately. I really love the artwork on the card. I think that you can tell so much storytelling with the artwork. Would that be a 1000-Year Door edition or normal? Huh? Wait, what? What? 1,000 year, like Mario? Wait, why are we talking about Mario? I got voice action signed Ichigo. That sounds really good. I don't know anything about Bleach cards, but signed? Voice actor signed? That sounds really, really good, right? There's trading cards that have different editions, judging from different arcs of the story. Oh, okay, okay. I'm sorry, you said 1000, what, did you say 1000-Year Door? Yeah, 1000-Year Door. I'm like, wait, that's Mario, right? Paper Mario? I was like, wait, where did we suddenly get into Paper Mario? Sorry, I got confused for a sec. I'm guessing same title. Oh my gosh, Chicano. Oh my gosh. Alright, sleeve that ASAP. Throw that into a protector, maybe PSA grade it. My goodness. Major congratulations. That's with PSA? Oh man. Major, major congratulations. Might have confused if there's a new sequel that sounds similar. Yeah, I was like, wait, why are we suddenly talking about Paper Mario? Chicano, nice, nice. Did you just pull that now? Sequel you're thinking of, 1000-Year War. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Golden Star, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Nice to see you. Hello, welcome. Yes, oh my gosh. Maybe my friend was right. Maybe I am able to offer good card pull luck. My friend was pulling a Japanese pack of Pokemon cards, the prismatic evolution, and they were like, Starlight, give me good luck on my card pulls. I'm like, okay, I'll do my best. And then they pulled a bunch of EX in full art, and I'm like, alright. I don't know. Maybe I can offer good luck. I don't know. I personally don't get good luck myself, but maybe I'm giving it to you guys. Maybe I'm giving you guys my good luck, and that's okay too. We need to start a trend where we rub Starlight's ears before gacha rolls. I'm not Buddha. Oh my gosh. I did also help them with a gacha roll too. There was someone they wanted in, I want to say it was Fate, and they were like, please give me good luck, and then they were able to get it. So I don't know. I am a wish crafter. I can't craft my own wishes, but I can craft others. Did you know I got an autograph signed by the voice actress of the protagonist? Are we talking about Bleach still? Of Maiden Abyss, okay. Autograph signed by voice actress of protagonist of Maiden Abyss, showed her Spooky Burb Tengu. She loved it and thanked me for showing her both the model and the fan art. Oh, that's really cool. Congratulations. Hello, William. I am not answering much on the YouTube side, so if I do not respond to you, I'm mainly focused on the IRIAM side today, but thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate it. I've learned to be very happy with my style, though I do still desperately need to improve shading on the digital end. Shading's tricky. It's something I'm trying to still learn too, Blank. I'm still trying to figure out, shading and rendering, so we can work on that together, because I'm in the same boat as you are. But that's very cool, Talon. Nice. Voice action Ichigo card in Japanese. Nice. Congratulations, Chicano. That is awesome. I would love to be able to get good card luck. I don't buy trading cards as much. I might want to very casually start getting back into it, but right now I'm just focused on TCG Pocket, and I was trying to get like a promo card in the game, and they're only there for limited time. Like, you have to be able to get it within the week. So I've been trying, and then I keep missing it each time. And then today I got you get something called a Wonder Pick, where you get to pick like one out of a random 5 card set. And then today, the Wonder Pick was that card. 4 out of 5 were that card. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the game gave me a pity. I don't think the game has pity, but I'm like, the game gave me a pity. 4 out of 5 chance. I feel like if you just loved trading cards for the art, you could get it and hang on your wall. The jumbo card, I wish that there were more full art jumbo card. It's kind of weird to me when they have a jumbo card, but it's just like half of the... It's just like a regular card art, so it's only half the card itself, and I'm like, well, it's a jumbo card, you're not gonna be able to play it, so I feel like these only ever make sense in full art. But I never see them in full art, I only ever see them in regular half size. I do love trading card art, though. I'm very, very inspired by it. Trading card art is what moves a lot of my art style. Another one, voice action, Byakuya signed. Nice. MTG used to release full art posters. That is awesome, Lillian. Man, I love, I don't play MTG, but I do really respect the artists who do the work for it, because I know that they're sort of at the top of the game when it comes to the fantasy genre. I feel like my next evolution for trading card games is where the whole design is covering up the cards, similar to fortune-telling cards. Oh, tarot, yeah. I mean, I do think they're getting there, right? I think Pokemon is doing a lot more, what are they called? Secret Illustration Rare? Where it is full art. And it's funny because, I bought, some, Card Fight Vanguard cards, and again, I don't play the game, I bought these just for the art, but Card Fight Vanguard, every card is like, every single card in Card Fight Vanguard is full art, essentially. Like, only, I'd say maybe an 1/8 of the card is taken up by text and UI, but, like, pretty much every card in this game is full art. So I actually do really like Card Fight Vanguard for that reason, because you get such a good sense of the actual artwork on any card that you pull. I am back temporarily. Hello, Bee Heroine. Welcome back. Have I watched Bleach before? I have not, actually. I feel like maybe I should at some point. But I have not, no. Hang on a sec here. Skylar, hello, welcome in. Nice to see you. Thank you very much for subscribing. I'm sorry, I think you might have, I think you might have your subscriber notifications off, so it didn't appear on the stream here. But thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. I missed out. Maybe I will check it out at some point. I did end up watching Full Metal Alchemist very late as well, so. Bleach's new season comes out this year. Dang, it's still going? That's wild. It's pretty good if you know which filler to skip. Oh, so it's like Naruto. Got it. Have I seen Shaman King? It's one of my inspiration for shamanic birdfolk. I have not seen Shaman King. I don't watch as much anime as a lot of other people, unfortunately, because when you're mainly an artist or content creator, you don't have as much time to consume content. So I do not have as much, I don't have as many series checked off as the average person, I suppose. I've not seen Shaman King, but I've seen Naruto, I've, Madoka Magica, Full Metal Alchemist. I like shows that aren't super, super long, I'm not gonna lie. I like shows where the entire story is told in, like, 12 or 20 episodes. I think Full Metal Alchemist is told in, like, 40 or 60? That I can handle, once in a blue moon. But I do fare better with shorter shows. Shaman King's not very long? Okay. Exactly like Naruto, there are full seasons of the studio trying to maintain hype while the manga gets ahead. Ah, okay, I see. Skylar, I apologize. I can see your chat, but I'm not paying as much attention on the YouTube side. I am on an app called IRIAM. So if you'd like to join IRIAM, if you live in the US, we would be happy to have you. If you do not live in the US and you just want to check out things through here, then that is perfectly okay too. Happy to have you either way. Tarot cards, my beloved, yeah. My strict zero superstition ideals crumbling to dust the second dice rolls or card pulls are introduced. I don't know what we're talking about specifically. Can't wait for season 2 of Dress Up Darling. Gotta wait for the English dub. Nice. Oh, for a second I was like, wait, B Heroine, why would you need the English dub? And I'm like, oh, there's a very clear reason you need the English dub. I hope you enjoy. Bleach, same universe of Burn the Witch? Is that another anime? I don't think I've ever heard that one. Which kind of surprises me because I thought I knew most of the, I thought I knew a lot of the, anything that was, like, sort of, witchy related. MMA is genuinely the only lawn series I managed to watch all the way through. Yeah, blank. Same. We're in the same boat there. The only reason I was able to get through FMA in its entirety is, because I was watching it while I had carpal, so I literally couldn't do anything else. I couldn't do any art. So I was like, you know what? I am going to watch FMA because I've heard that it is the best anime ever created, and I'm curious if that's true, and it ended up being true. Sweeps, hello, welcome in. I see that you are new to IRIAM, so hello, welcome to IRIAM. We are happy to have you today. I hope everything is going well. I take it back. I did also sit through Sword Art Online. I don't remember what caused me to actually get through all of Sword Art Online, but I did. This app is kind of cool. I'm glad you think so. Hello. If you have any questions about IRIAM, feel free to ask. I will do my best to answer. One thing Bleach has going over Naruto, a meticulous magic system that exists mainly in the production notes. Ooh, that's interesting. You know, I love Naruto to death. Original Naruto. I love original Naruto to death. But I will never forgive them for kind of taking the magic out of the series. I feel you would really, really love Dot Hack. Legend of Twilight. Ooh. I have actually heard a lot of people recommend Dot Hack to me. It's made by it's Cyber Connect, right? So it's made by the same people who did Soul to Robo, even though they have nothing in common. But good writing is good writing. It's just paced incredibly well. It manages to keep you hooked. It really, yeah. No, blank. I 100% agree with you. FMA is the best paced anime I've ever seen. 100%, yeah. I'm still so behind on Bleach. I can't believe it. I thought it would have ended by now. I'm very surprised. Blank, are you talking Brotherhood or original? Because I saw Brotherhood. I think Brotherhood is just yeah. I saw that it was the top of my anime list as like best anime ever made. And I'm like, that's a cool title. I'm curious how accurate that is. And it was just super accurate. It's like, even if it's not like 100% for you, there's so many elements where it's like, there's still something here for everybody. This manages to please like pretty much everyone. Especially Legend of the Twilight, because it has the same whimsical tone that your artwork brings. Really? Okay. You know what? Hang on. I want to look that up real quick. I want to throw that on a new tab, just so that I don't forget. So, it's .hack Legend of Twilight. .hack is an isekai, right? Interesting, interesting. Me too, haven't watched the original. I've just heard that if you only have time to watch one, just watch Brotherhood. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, I can definitely, I can see. Plus, I'm really big on going with what the author's intent is. So Brotherhood is like the author's original intent for the original ending. And I'm like, yeah, I wanna see the author's intent, because clearly the author is the genius. Kinda, they're not stuck in a video game. They could always come in and out. The interesting thing is that it shows off the characters IRL, but with their faces cut off? What? I don't really get that. Favorite anime are as follow: Hello Kitty, Hamtaro, Kirby, Sailor Moon, Powerpuff Girl Z, Magical Doremi, Sonic X, Dragon Ball, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Digimon, Doraemon, My Hero Academia, Death Note, and AOT. Dang, that's a lot. Oh my gosh, Hamtaro though. I love Hamtaro so much. We're gonna be playing Hamtaro, Ham Ham Heartbreak on Saturday. I'm really, really excited for that. We're gonna be playing that here. 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Saturday. Hamtaro Ham Ham Heartbreak. We are going to continue this. I love Hamtaro so much. I will never forgive the first FMA series for Conqueror of Shambhala. I haven't seen it. I've been debating on seeing it, but I've heard that it's not worth watching. I don't know. Is it one of those things where it's like really, really bad? Or is it one of those things where like, well, even a bad Zelda game is a Zelda game, you know? Like there's some things where they're bad in their own league, and then there's some things where they're just bad for being bad. Like, I know a lot of people didn't like Zelda Spirit Tracks, for instance, but I'm like, well, it wasn't the world's best Zelda game, but it was a good game, because Zelda games just aren't bad. And then there's other things where it's like, no, this is just objectively bad. It's a bit of both. It's well produced, but has a lot of bad quality. I give it credit for trying. Alright, I think I would give it a shot someday. It doesn't seem like it would be, like, bad on a general scale. It probably just wouldn't add up to FMA itself. Which, I feel like is the same I feel way about, Magia Record. I did enjoy Magia Record, but it's one of those, you're never going to beat the original Madoka Magica, you know? So it's like, I liked it, but in comparison to Madoka Magica, it did not fulfill my expectations. So if I go into that ahead of time, then that'll probably be better. It's not like that? Okay. I've heard the first episode of FMA Original are better than Brotherhood. I have heard that, and I think that's mainly because of the pacing, because they were able to drag out things more, whereas in Brotherhood, they had to, they knew that a lot of people watching Brotherhood would have already seen the original FMA, and they needed to tell the story faster to get to the new section. So, apparently the first, episodes of Brotherhood are too fast-paced if you don't know the original. If you know the original. If you've never seen the original, the pacing of Brotherhood is fine, but if you've seen the original, Brotherhood is gonna feel too fast, and it's not gonna feel like it goes in depth enough. That's what I've heard anyway. It's not like that? This was more missteps than missed expectations. Okay, interesting, interesting. I feel like it sounds like it would still be worth watching then. At the same time, FMA also feels like one of those shows that feels designed to appeal to me specifically. Dieselpunk militarism, occult horror, dark fantasy. Yeah, no, that's fair. I feel like for me, like for you, it's like dieselpunk militarism and occult horror. For me, it's arcane symbols and alchemy. I'm specifically referring to Conqueror of Shambhala. The original anime is fine, just doesn't follow the manga. Yeah. What are your thoughts on Mushishi? I watched a few episodes of Mushishi a while back. I wasn't able to get as hooked as I wanted to. I was not, like, constantly on the edge of my seat. It was definitely much slower. And I guess I'm more used to action-packed stuff. It's not for everyone, yeah. I really wanted to like it because I think thematically, it fits everything I like, right? It's like folktale, fairy tale, magical creatures, storytelling, mystery, trying to solve, like, different occurrences and scenarios and things. It had a lot of elements that I should like on paper, but I feel like it was just too slow. Maybe for, like, the situation that I was in when I was watching it. Because I think that I was at a point where it's like, I want something action-packed and story-based and, like, really, really engaging. And Mushishi is a lot calmer. Is a lot more, like, gentle and soft. And I think you have to be in a certain mindset to get into that. And I can't, I guess, I don't know. Mushishi's great if you're someone who likes Animal Crossing and like, lifestyle slow stuff, and I'm not. I guess I'm a lot more fast-paced. I like things that I don't have a lot of time. Get me the story, get me the narrative, get me the action, get me the resolution. I am not a good judge of character for enough quality stuff, I guess. Would I say Demon Slayer would be more action-packed, fast-paced equivalent of Mushishi? I haven't seen Demon Slayer. I have not seen any of the modern shonen, if I'm being honest. Demon Slayer, Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia, I feel like, were the two anime that really, really, really took off for, like, the new generation of anime fans. And I didn't really feel like there was anything in there to capture my interest, ironically. You don't need to be a good judge, you need to know what you like, and that's usually enough. Fair enough, yeah. Fair enough, you know, something for everybody, right? I also just remembered FMA is the only series I've read the manga in its entirety. Brotherhood is shockingly faithful. Yeah, that's why I feel like I would just like Brotherhood more, is because of how faithful it is to the original. And I'm just much more of a fan of the author fully being able to express their intent with things. Fujin, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Nice to see you again. Hello, hello. I don't know, I'm like... I want to get into more anime, but it's a time thing. I really want to watch Free Ren. I think Free Ren is the one that I really, really want to make time for. Free Ren, 3rd season of ReZero. I loved ReZero. I loved ReZero. I know, kind of surprising. Most of the anime that I like, I feel like don't match me. Like, if you were to just, like, look at me aesthetics-wise and vibe-wise and how I approach myself on stream, I like the anime that you probably would not expect. I don't like anything that's, like, super, super, super dark, but if you can mix dark with light in a really good harmony, then you've got me hooked. Cujo, hello! My goodness, that name. Hello, welcome in. The real-world history of alchemy and occult practice is something I want to learn more about, partly because of how fascinating it is, and also for my own world building. 100%, yeah. I fully agree with that, Blank. FMA got me really, really interested on looking more into alchemy. because I'm already really into things like that, really into like magic practices and working with different symbols and I don't want to say occult. I don't personally use the word occult. But FMA got me really, really deep into wanting to explore more about alchemy. So I definitely get what you're saying. I'm really into things like sacred geometry, the four elements, sort of like spiritual directions and subconscious and dreams and things. FMA hit so many notes for me, and that's also probably why I fell in love with it so much. The esoteric. Yes, thank you. I was looking for the word. Thank you, Lillian. The esoteric. Yes. I'm very, very much into the esoteric and I guess eclectic new age. Yeah. I would say new age. New age is kind of a weird term. New age can be interpreted in by people in a lot of very interesting ways, right? Because I think you have to be very careful when you talk about being into things that are new age, quote unquote, and not coming off as like the teenage girl who likes burning incense and like I don't know, how do I explain it? Getting like I don't know how to explain it. You have to be very careful when you mention new age. It can go, yes, Molgoth. Thank you, Lillian. Thank you. Yeah, exactly, 100%. What am I hearing? I'm not sure. What are you hearing? Hello, Shaimiku. Welcome in. It's basically like modern spirituality. Modern spirituality can work, but I think Lillian's explanation of Molgoth is very fitting. I've spent way too much time around these subcultures. I can imagine, yeah. I think that it's weird, right? I think there's Molgoth, and then there's like, I don't know what the other equivalent is, but there's like the white magic equivalent. There's like Molgoth, where everyone wants to be like, you know, spooky, dark, scary, watch out, I'm terrible, rawr. And then there's like, the exact same thing, but on the white magic side. I don't really know how to describe that. Taurus Spvwvky. I guess, yeah. Probably. It's so weird, right? Because, like, I'm not a good practitioner. I'm not, like, a ritual person. I don't, like, follow things to any specific direction. That's why I always end up saying eclectic. I don't even know if I could properly say pagan anymore these days. But, I know that I don't want to be, like, Taurus Spvwvky, yeah. I'm not spiritual? That's totally fine. I'm very spiritual, but in a very, very, very loose sense. And I think that kind of makes me, like, somewhat fake. Like, I don't really do anything that is very, very specific. But I just sort of have the vibes and the feeling at all times, if that makes sense. I don't really think that makes sense to anybody. But yeah, like I'm not practicing, but it's just sort of there in my life, I guess. It's all good, even scholars can't agree on terms. Esoteric is just one of the less pejorative, yeah. I used to be much more, like, active with it, but I'm not nearly as active anymore, mainly because, like, my life focus is on art and career, so I haven't really been giving it the attention that it probably deserves. I think if I was to get, like, really, really into it again, I would really want to put my focus into tarot. Like, scene? What do you mean, like scene kid? Is that what you mean? I guess. I think scene kid is more of a fashion thing, right? Lyra? Who is Lyra? You're good for that while you're young. It's actually good to focus on career and stuff like that and focus on spirituality later in life. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know who Lyra is. I know Lyra from the Golden Compass. I don't think that's what you're referring to, though. No, not Lyra. I'm confused. Are you mentioning a specific person? Basically working your way to Maslow, hierarchy of needs, not skipping a step. Yeah, Talon, that is actually very, very, wise of you to say. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a huge, huge thing. It autocorrected to Lyra, I meant yes. Oh my gosh. That's an interesting autocorrect. Yeah, Maslow's hierarchy of needs is definitely something that I'm very, that I believe very heavily in. So, yeah, you're right. You know, your own needs first, and then your spirituality comes later. I think it's weird, right? I think that when you're younger, you focus more on the spirituality because your needs are kind of already met just by your nature of being younger, just sort of like the position you're in, right? Before you like really step into the adult world. And then once you step into the adult world, you kind of fall backwards on the hierarchy scale. And then like Talon is saying, when you're older, then you can sort of, you know, you've gotten more stable, and then you can kind of go back into the hierarchy of needs. It's interesting. That's probably why you get so many teenagers who get really, really into that kind of stuff. Because they don't really need to worry about the other things. Interesting. Shaimiku, thank you so much for the heart. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you. Also, hello, James. Welcome in. I see that you're new to IRIAM, so hello. We are happy to have you. Thank you for the star. I appreciate it greatly. How's everything going with you? I hope you're doing well. Now I'm poor again. Well, Shaimiku, I very much appreciate the heart, so thank you very much. And James, thank you so much for following. Thank you, thank you. For me, I'm in two minds about it. On one hand, I'm very anti-magical thinking in my beliefs. I absolutely adore the aesthetic and vibes, the esoteric. That's sort of counterintuitive, but I can see how that would happen too. Part of it is also universal appeal of being part of an in-group with secret knowledge. Yeah, that's fair. Gotta go. No worries, Shaimuku. Thank you very much for stopping in. All the best. It could be dangerous if you skip through the steps. You could end up like Master Roshi or Master Jiraiya from Naruto. Yeah, fair enough. Look no further than the Masons. True, true. There's definitely an appeal to something like the Masons. And thank you, Shaimuku. Thank you, thank you. Blank says, my favorite game of all time is literally Cultist Simulator, a game whose pantheon of gods are literally the tarot cards. Oh my gosh, dang. You make a good point about the Masons. It's always fascinated me, that they don't allow girls, right? The girls are not allowed to be Masons. So there's always been a very sort of looking over the hedge mindset with that. It's interesting, right? They either are nothing or everything. And I've watched documentaries on the Masons, and it's like people claim that there is no there, that there is nothing there, but I don't know. It's like there's always a possibility, you know? But girls are never allowed to be Masons, so who knows? But then again, guys can't join into a lot of modern female-directed Wicca either. Although the original witches were guys, right? You have like Crowley and oh, who's the other one? I forget now. Gardner, thank you. Yeah. Well, Gardner's more modern, right? Wasn't there a group before Gardner? I don't remember now, because Gardenian Wicca is considered like very, very, very new, right? And then who was the other person who invented the tarot? I don't remember now. I don't understand any of this. Sorry, Cujo. I'm sort of going off into the esoteric, I suppose. I can stop. Blavatsky? I don't think so. I think it was a simpler name. I forget now. A lot of people contributed. True, yeah. I don't know who I'm thinking of. I'm thinking that I think nah. my head is blank now. I can't remember. funny enough, I actually did see who, I did see one of the original collections of the Rider-Waite Tarot. That was really cool. It was in a museum. You could see, like, the original deck. There's one esoteric VR chat world that I went to and got a tarot card reading, and they accurately interpreted what I've been going through in life, which is scary. Tarot can be very, very crazy. I am definitely a believer in it, because there are some tarot readers who will just, like, you'll be wearing a t-shirt of something that says world's best dad, and they'll be like, I think that you are a very reliable father. Wow, how did you know? Those are crazy. But then sometimes there are tarot readings where they will say things that are very, 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 very specific that can't apply to multiple people, and you're just, like, completely dumbfounded. And I've tried to learn tarot, and I've asked tarot groups, like, how do you get to that stage? Because I understand the idea of the general interpretation, right? Like, 5 of coins, losing on, like, being careful with money, you know, different interpretations, 10 of cups, abundance, all that kind of thing. And I'm like, I understand that. How do you get to the point where you basically know people's, like, career and names and stuff like how do you get to that level? That's the part I've never been able to understand. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling better than I have in the past few days. That's been good. Thank you for asking. How have you been doing, James? They say I have a gift of creativity, but I have a relationship issue. Oh, interesting. I don't know about your personal life, so I can't speak on that. But I can say creative. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm definitely very, I'm very, very curious about when things get really specific, right? Like, I'm trying to think of one that I can say that's, like, oh, I did one where I had a reading, and the person that I was getting the reading from, knew the school that I went to. And I didn't have anything on me that talked about what the school was, and the place that we were located in was extremely far away from that school, and I didn't have any indication of anything like that, and I was there as, like, a guest, so I didn't have, like, a name that you could look up or anything, and it's like, how do you get that specific, you know? Or it'll say things like, very, very faithful to, like, losing out on a job interview. You know, something like that, where it's like, that is really, really specific. Not just like, oh, you know, you've gone through hard times recently. It'll be like, no, last week, you lost out on a job interview, didn't you? And I'm like, oh, okay, that's a bit much. So I'm very curious about that in terms of tarot. Like, how do you get to the level where you can determine something that specific? I've never been able to understand that. That's the kind of side where I really, really believe it. When you are complete strangers with the person, and they can pick out very specific details. I don't know. Have you guys, I mean, Talon just said that they've had a reading. Have you guys ever had tarot readings? Do you remember your tarot reading if you've had one? Or how accurate it was? Or if it felt very, very general? If it felt like something where, you know, your friend probably could have made it up on the spot for you. Because I've had all different kinds of stuff like that. Basically, aside from creativity, the tarot card reading states I have a relationship issue. Specifically, at the time I had a toxic relationship, wanting to partner and struggling in social situations. Interesting, interesting. Irelite, hello, welcome in. And welcome to IRIAM. I see that you are new to IRIAM, so hello, welcome. Nice to see you here. And, Hochacola, hello. You guys are both new to IRIAM, so hello, welcome in. If you have any questions about IRIAM, I'm happy to answer them. Hello. We were just talking about tarot cards. But, we can switch the subject if you want. Happy Thursday. How's everything going for you? If you're new here, you might be a little bit surprised with a sudden greeting. I hope that I don't scare you off, but hello, it's nice to see you. My name is Starlight. I am a celestial prismatic kitsune. I mainly focus on art and creativity. I like to talk about content creation, and we've just been discussing tarot, different anime, art stuff, and I'm always up to talk about Pokemon. A friend of mine used to do them with playing cards. While nothing ever came of it, she did accidentally give me some life-changing advice with a random comment. Sometimes that's all it takes, really. And I think that life-changing advice with a random comment is still extremely powerful, because even if it wasn't direct, there was definitely something subconscious going on there. So I think that's really cool. Judging from the tarot card reading, I should focus on what I'm already good at. Just have relationship flow naturally, not try to force it. Yeah, I would say so. I think that that's also probably a good thing in general, because if you have a lot of career goals, content goals, you don't want to add on other distractions that you're trying to, like, force in on top of those things, because sometimes that can be more detrimental than helpful, right? Sometimes pursuing something like a relationship is going to distract you from getting the content stuff you want, right? Kind of back to what you were saying with Maslow's hierarchy. It's like, okay, the relationship might be higher on the hierarchy, so focusing on, like, work or job or content or art might be lower in that sort of symbolic sense. Abra, hello, welcome in, welcome in. I don't know. Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well today. But yeah, that's just sort of my interpretation of it, is, like, I think that a lot of things that you get from tarot can be very interpreted on a general level, and then some things can very specifically apply to you. Thank you for the star, Abra. I appreciate it. And then other things can be very, very, very specific, where it just very much makes you believe it, because it's not stuff that could just be generalized to one person. Like, like, the time or the date is right on the money, and people are knowing facts that you've never told anybody. Stuff like that, I think, is crazy. I would love to get better at tarot someday. Aside from just, you know, it's easy to memorize the general, oh my gosh, Abra! Thank you so much for the... Thank you so much for the glow sticks. I appreciate it so much. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you. My goodness, Abra. Thank you. A whole rainbow of glow sticks. I appreciate that greatly. Oh my gosh. My goodness gracious. Yes, yes. I appreciate it. Thank you, Abra. Oh, wow. I understand, and I'm grateful of the things I already have and gifted with. Sometimes it just gets to me. It's something I need to work on. Yeah, I think that's something that can get to all of us. So I understand that it can be frustrating when you sort of feel like a little bit stuck. But that's when I think that it's really important to be able to focus on the stuff that you have full control over, right? I think a lot of those things that you're mentioning, you don't have as much control over. So focus on the things that you are able to sort of direct the way you want them to go. More or less, right? And then the rest can flow naturally, can sort of, like, open that path in your life, whereas, you know, forcing it is almost like closing a door to it, ironically. And it's something that I have to learn too. A lot of times when I feel really, really stuck on something, like content-related or art-related, and I try to force it, I'm not gonna get any good ideas, and I'll get really, really frustrated, and then I can't get anything else done, and then I get behind on stuff. And then when I stop thinking about it, that's usually when I'm able to get the idea. And it's super counterintuitive, because how do you tell yourself to stop thinking about something that you're, like, entirely focused on? But it's only when you can let go that you are able to get those ideas. And it's strange, right? Because it's very, very hard for me. The only reason I can relay this is because I've had a friend who can relay this to me, so I have to relay it to other people, because I'm not good at it. So I have to share it with others, if that makes sense, right? It's like what I said in the very beginning of the stream. Learning by teaching is sometimes the best, and other times, teaching by learning is sometimes the best. So I can impart this wisdom onto you, because I've had to go through it very, very recently myself. But yeah. It's the same thing with the automation that I thought of for my indie game dev content, but I figured I should have it in a VR chat format. Abra, thank you for the party popper. Thank you. With the automation I thought of for indie game dev content, I figured I should have it in VR chat format, which would make the experience fun for me and the audience. Yeah, more immersive, right? If it's VR. What are you thinking of using VR to sort of like explain the indie dev stuff, like in your devlog, like introducing it to people while talking in VR? I think that's really cool. It definitely helps with the immersion for sure. Oh my goodness gracious. I wish you the best on the VR side, because that does sound like a cool way to stand out, especially if you can like couple that with edited videos talking about the progress you are making. I think that'll be really cool. Alrighty. It is about that time. It is, we've been going for a bit now, so I think we're gonna wrap up there. If you've not yet joined the Discord, I do encourage you to join the Discord. If you check my IRIAM profile and you go to my Twitter, there is a link to my Discord on the website portion, and I would love to have you in there. We do a lot of focus on art and creativity, but even if you are non-artists, we are happy to have you, and we have a lot of non-artists in there as well. And if you ever want to talk about Pokemon, we are more than happy to talk about Pokemon too. Saturday. Next stream is going to be Saturday, so I'm probably not going to be on IRIAM tomorrow. Next stream is going to be Saturday. And that is at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. We are going to be playing Hamtaro. We're going to continue Ham Ham Heartbreak. I love Hamtaro so much, so I really hope to see some of you guys there. I'm going to be streaming that on YouTube. I might re-stream it to Twitch, just because Hamtaro is just really good for that. But if you ever want to lurk on YouTube to help with watch hours, that would be awesome. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. Would love to see you guys Saturday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. And I think that is pretty much our main points here. But thank you so much, Stargazers. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. It's always fun to chit-chat with you guys. And, well, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be, in the world or the worlds beyond. All the best, Stargazers. And thank you so much for everything.